Zeekr have just begun selling their new 9X flagship vehicle, and it's actually technically a little bit cheaper than the 009, which, by the way, I've got a review coming from a test drive. I drove it for 1 month and I was very sad to give it back. But anyway, review coming, test drive review of that car. There's some mostly good stuff. There's a couple of little things about it that I wasn't great, but mostly really, really good car. My boys were like, "Dad, you've got to buy this car. We need this car, Dad. This is the best car ever." Their friends said it was the best car ever as well. Anyhow, this new Zeekr 9X is going to be similar to that car. Looks very bling on the front. Very, very, look at me. I personally absolutely hate that chrome thing on the front. It is not my style at all. I would have to change that. And that's what they're going to do for international markets, I believe, for the 9X. It'll look a little bit more like the 009 on the front, which is much more subdued. To me, it's just way too bling looking in China. I don't really know why they need to make it look this way. Because remember, these are the images that the rest of the world sees. And they're like, okay, it's like wearing a massive gold chain. Everyone just thinks it's a bit tasteless. That's what I think of the grille. The rest of the car is amazing. That's why I got 40,000 pre-orders in 1 hour. It's very, very normal, in fact, for car manufacturers to get 40,000 pre-orders, but not for cars costing this much. Not for a $70,000 US vehicle. That's very unusual. So this has been an absolute incredible success for Zeekr. Here are the details of this car. I previously have done a video on this vehicle, but honestly, this is probably the best technology plug-in hybrid currently on the market. So let's have a look at it. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Great to have you with us. YouTube's new algorithm means that you're often not getting all of our videos in your feed. There's 7,500. I'm pretty sure you're probably not seeing a lot of them. In the description, there is a link to our newsletter. Click on that and you can get an update every day of all the latest news in the electric car industry. A lot of you have subscribed to the newsletter, but many of you won't get the newsletter because you haven't clicked the email to confirm your subscription. It'll probably be in your spam folder. So jump into your spam folder and have a look. Zeekr 9X is starting price of about 65,000 US dollars, so 99,000 Australian dollars. And it's actually the brand's first plug-in hybrid. It's going to come to Australian showrooms apparently in 2026. Europe, I believe, is getting this car as well. It's basically intended to be a global vehicle for Zeekr. Now, interestingly, the starting price is a little lower than the Zeekr 009. So it gives you some context on what the price. The price, my estimate, would be around 120,000 Australian dollars, probably about 70,000 euros, 75,000 euros. That's my estimate, base model price. So for that, what are you actually getting? Well, for one, massive 22-inch wheels. Really a little ridiculous if you ask me, but they're pretty bling if bling is your thing. So besides those bling wheels, this is an absolute amazing masterclass of technology. It has 2 electric motors, turbocharged 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, all-wheel drive. It has pretty massive 660 kilowatt, so about 900 horsepower. 0 to 100, 0 to 62 miles an hour takes 3.1 seconds. Range of 1,200 kilometers, so more than 700 miles. 55 kilowatt hour battery gives you 300 kilometers of driving range on the battery alone. But you can option it with a bigger battery and then you'll get more range than that. You also get air suspension, continuous damping control, up to 288 millimeters of ground clearance, meaning that's like legitimate proper off-road ground clearance. That's more than 10 inches, I should say. So it's actually nearly 11 inches of ground clearance. Inside, there is 2 16-inch screens. So one for the passenger, one for the driver. Plus, there is a 17-inch screen mounted into the ceiling, and that's for the rear seat passengers to watch movies. In addition to that, there is obviously a massive heads-up display for the driver as well. Artificial reality heads-up display. They're pretty cool. Now, if you pay a little bit more, a couple of $1,000s more, you get the 9X Ultra, and that adds second-row captain's chairs, which are pretty awesome. They can rotate 180 degrees. They have massage functions, heated functions. Honestly, they're very similar to first class. I've never flown first class, but I've sat in the seats before. When I was in business class, I was like, one time, I went, oh, I'm going to try out first class. I'm just go sit there to see what it's like. And the seats reminded me of first class, very similar. And the interesting feature is being able to rotate 180 degrees. So you can face the passengers behind you. I don't know if you're allowed to do that while you're driving, but anyway, you can do that. That option, though, gets a bigger battery. It's a 70 kilowatt hour battery. And range is then 380 kilometers on the battery power alone. That extends overall range for the car to 1,250 kilometers. The 9X Hyper, that's the top of the range, that's the flagship, it adds a third electric motor. Total power output is 1,030 kilowatt, or about 1,300 horsepower. And that model is 120,000 Australian dollars, so it's about 75,000 US dollars. Crazy, unbelievably impressive. Zeekr got 43,000 orders for the 9X in the first 60 minutes. And one of the other reasons why so many people ordered this car is not just the combination of what I've mentioned to you before. It's, I think, the EV battery range, but EV battery range plus incredible charging speed. It actually has a 900 volt architecture and approximately 500 kilowatt charging speed. So it's, as far as I know, the fastest charging EV hybrid in the world. You can actually charge the battery in 10 minutes, 10 to 80% charge in 10 minutes. Of course, you need the right charger, but I still am saying to people when they're buying these hybrids with 50 kilowatt DC charging or less, some of them have 25, 30 kilowatt. Newer EVs, newer plug-in hybrids, newer EREVs, this is what they're going to have. Pretty much all of them will have charging speeds in excess of 200 kilowatt DC. So I think you're going to feel like, oh, the future's arrived and you weren't part of it because you've got a kind of an old school plug-in hybrid. Anyhow, not to say they're not a good car if you've got one. Zeekr 9X gets a single NVIDIA Drive Thor U chip delivering 700 TOPS of computing power. That is paired with Zeekr's G-Pilot H7 smart driving system. The two high-priced versions, though, feature dual Thor U chips and utilize Zeekr's G-Pilot H9, which they say has level 3 autonomous driving, which it doesn't. But I'm sure it's good, works well, but it's not full level 3 autonomous driving. If it was, I'd be investing in Zeekr stock tomorrow. Although you can't. I believe Geely has actually bought it back, the company. So guys, this is an amazing technological masterclass of a car for this price. At this price point, there's nothing really on the market right now. It's 5.2 meters long. It's a big car. It's as big as a Toyota Land Cruiser. It's actually, if you think about it, it's actually a similar price to a Toyota Land Cruiser. You have to be mad to buy a Land Cruiser instead of this. Absolutely bonkers mad. Or just a hardcore brand fan. And there's a lot out there, isn't there? Thanks for watching. The Sydney EV International Motor Show. If you want to get a 50% discount on your tickets, all you got to do, click the link in the description and use the promotion code that's in the description. Just copy and paste that. Now, I should mention there's only 200 tickets available per day. So if you go to use the promo code and you can't get a ticket, wait till the next day. Don't wait until the day before the show to get your tickets, because otherwise you'll probably miss out on getting the 50% discount.